Is it too late to say Happy New Year? Well, I don't think so. Happy New Year, Flexers, and also Happy Black History Month. Yes, yes, we're celebrating a lot this month. Now, you know it's your girl, Malika, aka Mali, aka Malibu. Whatever you want to call me, you don't know that it's me, and this is Malika's Flex. Now, guys, school counselors, ma come out funo. Ma come right out funo because you guys have been asking me over and over and over again to tell you where you can apply and get sponsorship. And I always keep my promises. I've been promising you guys for a while now. And so today I decided, you know what? Let me put in the work and let me come and present to you 10 states and 11 different school districts that you can apply to and perhaps get employment. No, I don't want to sell you guys false dreams. Let's start off with that. It's actually difficult. It's difficult to obtain H1B sponsorship in the US. And the reason for this is one, the demand for school counselors is not as great as the demand for teachers. I'm just putting it out there, you guys. I don't want to sell you false dreams, okay? However, I'm the one who always tell you guys, nothing ventured, nothing gained, nothing tried, nothing done. So you never know if you will be the one to hit the jackpot and actually, get through with H1B sponsorship in one of these school districts. Now, before I get into the school districts that have sponsored school counselors for 2024, we just started 2025. I do want to tell you the general requirements to get H1B sponsorship as a school counselor. Now, I know that my audience normally caters to classroom teachers, so I just want to briefly tell you guys that an H1B visa is considered to be a dual intent visa, and it can provide a pathway to a green card in the future. Now, the school districts that I will be telling you about don't necessarily show that they have sponsored a green card. However, sometimes we just need a foot through the door and then we'll try to work out our salvation afterwards, right? So yes, what are the general requirements to get H1B sponsorship as a school counselor, especially coming from another country? Now, just like teachers, the basic requirements are that one, you want to have a bachelor's degree in school counseling or psychology or a related field, preferably school counseling. Most US states are kind of tricky, and sometimes when you present them with a psychology degree or something like that, they'll tell you no. While they might accept like a real US citizen with a psychology degree, to become a school counselor, they might not accept you as an outsider with a basic psychology degree. I don't want to say basic as if psychology is basic. That's not what I'm trying to say. Not having a specialization in school psychology or school counseling, right? They might not want to accept you coming from outside with that type of a degree. But once again, nothing tried, nothing done. So you want to have a bachelor's degree in school psychology, school counseling, psychology, or a related field. And you also want to obtain certification within that state. Just like teaching, school counseling is a profession where you are required to be licensed. Now, I'll briefly tell you guys what you need in order to become licensed. It's basically the same thing. You need to have, proof of your bachelor's degree, and you also need to get your degree evaluated. Now, there are many companies out there that you can use to get your degrees evaluated. Similar to teachers, the states, they have their own requirements for which companies they prefer. You can, do your investigation into that and see which states prefer, which companies for these credential evaluation. So don't just get up and do a credential evaluation with company A because you've heard that your friend did it once when they were applying to go to some school or whatever. No, do your thorough research and see which companies are actually, acceptable for each state. Now, getting licensed in most states actually required to pass an exam. Now, for this part, I must admit I'm not sure if it's kind of like with the teaching situation where most times you're granted sponsorship and then you get like a year to 3 years to complete a particular exam. I don't know if it's a case where you do need to complete this exam prior to, obtaining that job or afterwards. That's something that I can give you guys as homework to do. Find that out for yourselves. Now, an additional thing that most school districts will require is that you do have some practicum hours in counseling. So apart from having your years of experience, they also want to see that as a part of your preparation program, when you went to university, it required you to do some practicum hours before, graduating, or as a requirement to graduate from your institution. So that's another thing that you will need in order to get, licensed within some states. Now, I kind of want to go back to where I was speaking about the credential evaluation. I'm speaking as if you guys are my regular teacher audience and you just know the thing. Now, the purpose of that evaluation is to see that your degree, based on the courses that you did in school, equivalent to a regular U.S. school counselor degree. They want to see that, yes, it's up to par, you're not missing any courses. If you are, they might ask you to, complete some more courses in order to be eligible for licensure. Now let's get into the 10 states that I discovered with 11, not 11 each, one school district per state, but for one of the states, I'll be telling 2 school districts within that state. So keep watching, take all the notes that you need to take. And before we get into it, I need to tell you guys, for each district that is mentioned, I do have a contact that you can, contact to ask, further information about this. However, I will not be putting it in this video. If you're interested in getting, further contact details for any of these school districts, I'm asking you to go to my Instagram, follow me, and then send me a message, and I will give you the information there, okay? Otherwise, if you want to go ahead and just apply without asking anybody any questions, you can always go ahead and do that by heading to the school district's website. To go to the school district's website, all you need to do is Google the school district's name, go to the careers section, type in counselor, and then you'll see what type of counselors they need. Apply to the ones that interest you. Wait to be, contacted. If you're not contacted, don't freak out. Many of you like to message me and say, I applied to, a school district and they haven't contacted me. What should I do? It's just a waiting game, because remember, even with the H1B visa, they have to prove that no American, wanted this job or is capable of doing this job. And so it's really a waiting game. If you do not get contacted, please do not be discouraged. Okay? Don't be discouraged. Keep trying. I'm listing 11 school districts from 10 states today. Apply to all of them. Okay? Don't just say, I prefer to work in New York, or I prefer to work in Georgia, or I prefer to work in North Carolina, and so this is the only one I'm going to apply to. Remember that the competition is stiff out there, guys. I just like to be honest with you. The competition is stiff out there. There are so many applicants, and so you want to increase your chances by applying to as many districts as possible. Now, if you're not desperate, some people will sit there and say, sure, I'm not desperate, so I'm only applying to this one or that one, and if I get through, I get through. If I don't get through, I don't get through. That's also fine. However, for those of you who just want to get into the United States, you want that opportunity to work and live in the United States on an H1B visa, go ahead and apply to all of them. Now, if you don't apply for Alaska, I kind of understand that still, but for everybody else, apply to all of them. Through this video and watching everything. Once again, remember, if you need the contact details for each district mentioned in this video today, you can reach out to me on my Instagram at malikasflex, and I will, give you the details there. Make sure to follow me and then send me a message on Instagram. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video. As usual, I do not take it for granted when you decide to sit down and watch my entire video. And as usual, if you have gotten to this part of the video, go ahead and hashtag school counselor in the comment section below. That makes me know that you watched the entire video, and I definitely appreciate it, you guys. Now also comment in the comment section another job that you'd like me to present on. Guys, I'm trying to move away from the whole of a teaching thing. I really do want to give other individuals opportunities. I want to present other opportunities for other categories of workers. Right now I'm focusing mainly on H1B categories. If your job title fits in another visa category, I'll get to you at another time, but for now I'm focusing on those who fit within the H1B category. So drop in the comment section below what other job title that you'd like me to present on, and I'll do my best to do that for you. So once again, it's your girl Mali, aka Malibu, aka Malika, whatever you want to call me. You don't know that it's me, and this is Malika's Flex saying I'm out here.